So we're here with Jennifer and John Joseph of Joseph and Joseph, LPA. Jennifer, John, do you want to tell us how long you've been practicing law and how long you've been married?
You want to go first?
I've been practicing 37 years now, and Jenny and I got married 26, going on to 27 years.
Yeah, that's right. And I've been practicing 10 years less than John.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. So how did you two meet?
Oh,
John was, when I first came to Columbus, Ohio with husband number one, we were investing a lot in real estate. And it was Dave Thomas who had suggested that I use Carlisle Patchen. John was at Carlisle Patchen at the time, and specifically John Joseph, because I was told he was the best real estate guy in town, and he was.
Very young.
He was very young. So John took care of all the real estate for my first husband and I, and when that relationship did a crash and burn, John was newly single, and I asked him out, and he said no.
How could you turn her down?
How could you turn her down?
I was actually going through the divorce. I figured you had to get through the divorce first.
You were single. You were living separately.
That's true.
It was the conclusion. I asked you out. You said no.
I quickly said yes.
He said no on a Friday afternoon and said yes the following Monday. He had the weekend to think about it.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah.
Awesome. Where was your first date?
Oh God, it was horrible. He took, well, not because it was John. He took me to the movie Silence of the Lambs.
Oh.
She wanted to see
not
that.
the most romantic.
So I took her where she wanted to see.
It was horrible. Horrible movie.
Oh, well.
Oh, I like that movie.
You do?
Not for a first date, but it's a pretty creepy one.
It's very creepy. Very creepy.
It did not reflect what our marriage was going to be about. Obviously.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So, what's it like living with a lawyer?
Yeah. Well,
I win every argument.
I've learned to say, yes, you're right, I'm wrong. It's been interesting. I mean, we were at a big law firm together, and we left that law firm and did this firm, and we were together 24/7. We still are together 24/7. And what we quickly found out was, to the benefit of our clients, we're constantly 24/7 talking about our practice, which is good and can be bad. And we got to a point where we would say to one another, okay, we're not talking shop tonight. And then that was sort of the way we fixed talking 24/7 problem. But it's been good. I mean, I have a partner both in love and life, and I have someone I can trust, and we like being together.
Yeah. Married my best friend.
Oh.
Practicing law with my best friend. It's pretty good.
Good. That's awesome. So, I know you mentioned a little bit you're not talking shop tonight, but are there any other ways you've maintained a healthy work-life balance?
We exercise. We play tennis. We play pickleball. We play croquet, tournament croquet around the country, not the backyard croquet.
That's my kind of croquet.
Yeah, everybody else's kind. Yeah, and we are very active within Columbus and charities. So all those combined get us out of the work mode and doing fun things.
And we created a work environment that is more like a family environment. Our dogs come to work. People bring their babies to work. And we created a close-knit group of people, and we all call it our work family. And that's helped a lot as well.
Yeah, I've noticed that one of your, I think, associates asked us if we needed anything after we talked to your secretary. So that was just nice. Everyone kind of pitches in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the most rewarding part of your marriage?
Oh wow, that's
I know it's
that's,
deep.
Yeah,
the most reward. What I think it's the flexibility of our time. Yeah, definitely. I think that if we had not been married to each other, and if we had, been separate in other law firms, we never would have had the quality of life that we enjoy today. I think it's the flexibility of our time that we built together.
Yeah, I can walk into her office when I want to see her and just sit down and talk to her, which is important. And otherwise, if you're separate and working elsewhere, you can't do that. And so I think you're right. I think the flexibility of being able to do that it balances out the times that we're talking shop, late at night. It really does balance it out.
That's amazing. So how did you two decide to embark on a practice together? What was the path?
Oh, well, we were both at one of the very large law firms in Ohio, and we were married at that point in time, and we just made the decision that if we're going to have the flexibility that we wanted, as we were talking a moment ago when we talked about what's rewarding, if we were going to have the flexibility that we wanted, we were going to have to leave the large law firm and open a boutique firm, because John, was in this business 10 years more than me. We were able to open up this boutique firm and be successful and be AV rated immediately, which was amazing. That I attribute that to John, not me, but it was amazing.
Well, it was almost like jumping off a cliff and landing in a pool of cold water. Suddenly we went from our salaries to nothing, and we had to rely on ourselves. And we often sit down and look back and say, wow, we were crazy. Yeah, but we did it, and we're happy we did.
Right. So, yeah, I think that sometimes the greatest risk is what gives you the greatest reward. And think about it. We were both at that time, and probably still, the largest law firm in Ohio, clearly having the largest incomes that law firms would give you. And we made the decision to resign and go from that to zero.
It took guts or craziness.
Yeah.
Well, it took guts. When I talk to people who are young, I always say, when you're young, take that risk. Why not? If it doesn't work out, you can always go back. Maybe with your tail between your legs, but you can always go back. But yeah, that was the biggest risk we could have taken, because we had debts, we had mortgages, we had support payments, and we went to zero income, literally overnight. And the best thing we ever did. Yeah.
And it's definitely paid off.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I at one point in our practice, I have to worry now about the pencils. I mean, the little things. You gotta worry about everything. And I remember at one point I thought, man, maybe I should go back. And there was a time when I thought maybe I should go back to the big law firm.
Where was I when you were thinking that?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I thought you were there.
No.
And I'm glad we didn't. I mean, absolutely. At the end of the day, this was the best decision.
Yeah, it put us in a position, and not saying that staying in a large law firm isn't fabulous.
Yeah.
It is, but for us it was wrong because we needed more flexibility of time in our lives. But it put us in a position by taking this risk and being successful in this, that we're doing fine. And we've had a home in the Virgin Islands for 14 years, and now in Florida, and we live next door at Miranova, and our quality of life is easy and fun, and we did it
Together.
We did it together.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Oh,
You're making me smile this whole interview. So our last question, and if you have any other additions, you can let me know. What would you say are the biggest challenges and then the biggest benefits of working with your spouse?
I think we've covered a few of those.
You have.
Yeah, the challenge is, you're responsible for everything. And
No, but that's you're talking about the challenges of owning the law firm, the challenges of working with me. I think
I
that
was responsible for everything along with you.
Oh, well, I think the biggest challenge is what you were talking about before, trying to separate where we stop talking about the clients, you know, because it's easy for me especially to keep bugging him, you know, 11 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, because it's on my mind. And you know, he's the smartest guy I know. I want to run things by him, but at a certain point, I think the challenging thing is you've got to stop bugging your spouse 24/7. But you know, we never created the rule of when I say stop, we stop. But indirectly, we knew to do that. So John will say, "Okay, I'm done. And okay, then we'll start talking about, you know, something on TV." But I think that's the biggest challenge.
It's the biggest challenge. At the same time, the biggest benefit is having someone that close to you who you totally trust to participate in the decision making in our life, and you know, that's invaluable.
And I think that's the biggest positive is
Yeah.
the trust, because I think when you are partners with your spouse, you have that innate trust financially too. You know, if you're partners with, you know, Joe down the street, you may argue a little bit about maybe somebody's bringing in more clients. Why are you getting 50%, you know, when I'm bringing more business in? We don't have that,
No.
you know.
It's all the same pot.
It's all the same pot, and we have complete trust in each other's decisions. Yeah.
That's amazing. So anything else you guys want to add?
No?
I think you've covered it.